we have audio now? Please? Please, please? Hello? There we go! Okay, we've got audio. Okay, sorry about the echo, everybody. Okay, good news, YouTube peeps. You got audio. Let me get back to the things so I can go back to monitoring. Okay. Anyway. Very good. I shall be happy to oblige. Of course there's an ad now. Well, let's pull that fortune before the ad starts. We got a minute. Come on, good fortune. Shake, shake, shake. And what's gonna be? Yeah? Small fortune. Thou shalt experience limited fortune. Keep those words of guidance in thy heart. Oh, hang on, but this is like kind of topical for Shadowbringers. Adventure, alone thou shalt struggle, set forth with allies, relationships, a face from thy past shall appear, rekindle thy friendship. Prosperity, if thou farest not to lose, thou shalt stand to gain. Conflict, although thou shalt fall, thou shalt rise up stronger each time. Favor, be boisterous like unto the navigator, and from fate's tides may thou yet break free. That's incredibly topical considering where we are in Shadowbringers. How did you fare? Whether it was the desired result or otherwise, I pray the words imparted by the fortune serve to guide you in the coming days. All right, we finished the quest before ads. Yay! And there they go. Get a little stretchy in. Okay, now I didn't quite finish dinner before stream started, so I'm gonna nom nom. Hydrate. That too. My mom made gnocchi, and like, she made it in a pan, right? So it's got a little bit of like that fried goodness. And I think the sauce may have been pesto, but there's also bacon. So I'm just a happy Shizu all around. You need more water. Oh, I may have overdone it with my walk today. I really want to take another walk or tomorrow because fitness. But we'll see how I'm feeling. Because my legs are already a little bit sore. Like, going to Barnes & Noble is 100% walkable. It's, like, that's my normal walking route as it is. It's just that the Barnes & Noble happened to open up at the end of my normal walking route. Fitness whole peanuts in your mouth. Ha! Welcome back, everybody. I was just talking about how I may have done a bit of a stupid and gone on a 2-mile walk after not having worked out for a little bit. It's probably been since like October. You did have pizza for dinner? I mean, nothing wrong with that. Pizza's good. Stretch my leggies before bed? Yeah, I should. Anyway. Oh, wait. I remember what I wanted to do. Festival supplier. Okay. Oh, there is a housing item. Oh, there's a couple of things, actually. I'm gonna buy 3 of these, and let's do 3 of these. Yeah, I'll probably make sure to, like, actually sleep with my body pillow tonight, too. There've been one time I overdid it with one of the games that I play in VR, and, like, my legs were sore for way longer than they probably should have been, and, like, when I actually used my body pillow to, like, elevate my legs when I was sleeping, it actually helped a lot, so... Or no, it wasn't even that, like, I was sore for a long time. I pulled something. And it was taking forever to heal. Okay. Now, I need to remember where all of the role quests are, because they didn't all end at the Crystarium. But one of them did. I think it was the healer one. Right? Yes. I'm so smart. Yacht. In order to undertake this quest, you must first complete the main scenario. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, or do we have to go continue MSQ? Sad broken old man. You're 30. Oh. Oh, so I can't actually do the role quests yet. Okay, interesting. Well, in that case... I guess we can't continue role quests, or we can't do role quests, so MSQ it is. Hi, Alphino. Alphino's eyes glisten with joy. The ladder is situated to the north and west of right. Let us make our way to there, Shizune. I stopped when we got to level 50 or 78. So Vothri fucked off, and Alphino was like, "Let us stay behind to help people, please." And then I did side quests. The ladder is situated to the north and west of Right. Let us make our way there, Shizune. Okie dokie. Oh. Yeah. I got confused for a second because I forgot that Alphino literally just said. And I read the words with my mouth, mind you, that he said we're meeting at the ladder, not at Right. Or maybe I misinterpreted what he said and I thought he meant meet, like, the ladder is north and west of Right, let's meet at Right. I'm not stupid, it's Alphino's fault for being confusing. Aw, look at all these people. To see my darling Chai so engrossed in his work, I think I'm falling in love again. First things first, a 50-point inspection. Wouldn't do to have them falling to pieces now. Well, why are you standing there gawping? There's lots to be done, so go and make yourself useful. Jeez. The ladder is a sturdy piece of engineering, but much may go wrong after 20 years of disuse. Let us be doubly thorough with its maintenance. Bottom rung, they call this place. How very apt. Apparently, it used to be the control center for the ladder and a bustling hub of transport. Its glory days are far behind it. Or far ahead of it. Maybe not so far ahead of it. Shizune! That is not Urianje's voice. What the fuck? Shizune, dost thou see yonder pair of Talos? For a blessing, they were found to be in good repair. Master Chai prepareth to activate them as we speak. With our arcane knowledge, Y'shtola and I will serve as his assistants. At the appointed hour, we shall imbue the golems with ether. Others, meanwhile, attend to the ladder itself, which hath too long lain neglected. Extensive maintenance will be needed ere it can move again, as well as myriad materials with which to perform it. If thou art willing, we would prevail upon thee to procure lumber. Do I have a choice? My thanks, Shizune. Directly to the south, thou wilt find a dry dock. Venmont Yards. Pray see if thou canst persuade the folk there to part some lumber for our cause. Sure, why not? Also, there may be a, hang on, let me check something. Travel. Ether currents. Yeah, I think I might be missing a, ether current down south. So let me see if I'm right. Okay, look, reading stuff without having a chance to rehearse first is hard, okay? I'm just doing my best to try and replicate their, like, speech patterns and, you know, not make the characters that aren't supposed to be squeaky sound squeaky. Let's see here. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it is up. But I want to be sure. Because it'd suck to get up north and then northwest. Okay, never mind. It's up at the top. And yes, all hail the orb. All right, shipyard. Here we go. Oh, do not. Here we go. Ho there, sinner. Haven't seen you around before. New to Gate Town, I take it. If you need lumber for a shack, you've come to the right place. We can do the building for you too, though that'll cost extra. I'm actually here for lumber for something a little different. You want lumber to restore the ladder? Why in the world would anyone want to do that? To stop Vothry. If you don't have the coin, least you could do is come up with a believable excuse. But look, I'm not one to turn folk away. I'll give you your lumber if you do me a favor in return. I just finished taking stock of our supply and was about to do another round for good measure. I want you to do the counting instead, and we'll see if your total matches mine. Now, some of the lumber is lying about the yard, but most of it is kept in the storehouse. For these, you can just ask Grithil for the number. Here, I'll lend you some writing material so you can take notes. So remember how last week we were talking about like how there are some sponsorships I'd gladly take if I ever got the offer? Yeah, Udi, if you ever want to hit me up. Not sponsored, but whoever invented blanket hoodies in general is a fucking genius. They are incredibly cozy. Take stock of the supply of lumber at the shipyard. What you learn can be reviewed in your key items. You haven't... Oh, wait, let me guess. Ash, did you get one of the Eevee ones? You have the evolution weighted blanket and you love it. Yeah, how did I fucking call that? Gengar blanket hoodie? Fair. I see, my thing is, like, they didn't make any Pokemon hoodies that were actually related to any Pokemon that I like other than the evolution one. And I didn't like the design of the evolution one very much. I prefer dark colors. All right, hang on. Do I have to count this? 11 planks in the stack. Okay, 11 plus... Taking stock of for Earthite, are you? Yeah. Well, last I counted, we had 68 planks in the storehouse here. Okay, 68, so that's 79. 9 of those were rotted though, whoops. So we tossed them back, so that's 70. Oi, Grithil, another load's just arrived. Wait, 13 planks all told, but 1's damaged. It'll it's only good for kindling now. Okay, so that's 70, 82. Right then, bring the good ones here and be sure to let Earthfaith know as well. Yeah, that's what I said, 82. I feel like I'm back in high school. So, how many planks does that make now? You're writing down those numbers anyway, right? I'm sure you can work it out. You jot down the details of the conversation. Got that theory wrong. Where is the rest of the wood? Was I right, but on the wrong side? Oh, kind of. So 82 plus what? You count 24 planks in the stack, so that's 106. Done, are you? So how many planks did you count? 106. Aye, that's exactly what I counted. Thanks for your help, friend. Taking stock for affair puts me to sleep, but it has to be done. As promised, I'll give you your lumber. What do you need it for anyway? I told you to fix the ladder. You were serious about the ladder? I'll be damned. If that's the case, please let us help with the work. We're shipwrights with no ships to build, only shacks. While it's a living, we all itch to do something greater. This fellow, you say, is in charge. You reckon he'd mind the likes of us barging in on his project? I'm sure he'd welcome the help. Wonderful. I'll round up the lads and lasses and we'll head over to the ladder, along with all the lumber you need. Mona being a baby? Ash, that implies a cat is ever not a baby. Cats are always babies. I'm gonna move the VTuber model a little bit. Ooh. Oh. I also scooch her down a little bit. There we go. I need to check something with Oh, how did you get messed up? Hang on. Okay, much better. Extra baby? That sounds adorable. Hey, look who showed up. The Ulmurans have rallied quite impressively. Amidst great diversity, a little purpose never goes astray. Oh, Shizune! I heard you went to find lumber. From afar, the ladder looked like it was made entirely of metal. But there's actually a lot of wood if you look for it. The work proceeds apace, I'm pleased to say. When it is restored, the ladder will not only be our way forward, it will represent a momentous step towards lasting change for Calusia. I've rounded up as much material as I could put for the work. Just my little bit for the cause. Okay, is everybody's dialogue different? Such a primitive and inefficient design. A much smaller Talos from our company could just as easily perform the same task. Oh, he'll have them moving again. I know he will. Or again soon. I know he will. By the intensity with which he works, 'tis as if all that reluctance was a lie. Ah, thou art returned. Wert thou able to procure the lumber? Well, to secure not only the material, but the eager cooperation of the shipwrights besides. Their expertise shall greatly avail our efforts. Master Chai's own efforts have not been without struggle, that he hath proven himself to be a determined soul. I doubt not, but that the work shall be complete ere long, and we may continue on our way once more. Though it hath been years in the making, at long last do the people stand united in defiance of the world's fate, their hopes spurring us ever onward towards our journey's end. Whatsoever may await us, when thou takest those final steps, I pray that it shall be a small, or be with a smile upon thy face. I can read. Let me make sure nothing popped up. Good. But prematurely do I give myself to sentimental musings. Many more pressing concerns demand our attention, not the least of which is the matter of how we might reach the mountain detached from the land as it is. For the present, it would appear we have matters here well in hand. Perhaps thou shouldst take thine ease for a time. Thou wilt need every ounce of thy strength for the trials ahead. Thy zeal is commendable, my friend, but rest assured we shall not want for hands. Pray take thine ease in preparation for the trials ahead. Alright? I think base dialogue is still the same.
Would you look at that? The citizens of Yulmore engaging in what can only be described as manual labor. Who would have thought it possible?
You should try it sometime.
Do you know the most reliable way to deal with those who stubbornly refuse to see reason?
Hit them really hard.
You conquer them, crush them under heel. Such was the trusted method of Alec, and one still favored by Garlemald.
Oh, awkward. That's kind of what I said. I was more thinking knock some sense into them. But, kind of two sides of the same coin, huh?
But conquest is the easy part. The true challenge begins once the dust has settled, quenching the glowing embers of animosity and maintaining a semblance of peace. This requires the conqueror to treat the conquered with dignity, and the conquered to let bygones be bygones, a difficult feat to achieve. But you have achieved just that, to my considerable surprise. It's a compliment. Take it.
Aw, he complimented me.
Ah, the vibrant energy that fills the air when like-minded souls gather. To think back on that time before time, fair brings a tear to the eye. What? You thought ancient beings like us incapable of crying? Well, rest
No, I
assured,
thought you
if your
incapable
heart can
of
be
crying.
broken, then so can mine.
Oof.
Back when the world was whole, we had family, friends, loves.
You had Azum. And Hythlodaeus. But I don't know who those people are yet, so...
Men knew peace and contentment, and with our adamant souls, we could live for an age. There was no conflict born of want or disparity. Our differences paled into insignificance next to all we had in common. And then there was Amarant. Never was a city more magnificent. From the humblest streets to the highest spires, she fairly gleamed. Not that you would remember any of this.
What do you mean, remember? Remember?
Never mind. The point is, the world of old was a far better place than what we have now. I believe you would like it, having witnessed the things you have. Remember, you are of the source. Unlike the half-men here, you stand only to gain. Should you survive the remaining calamities, you will become our equal, a complete existence in a complete world. But such talk is a pleasure for later. Back to work, hero.
Okay, hang on. So,
there was one thing I had meant to ask.
yeah?
How well do you know the Exarch? Has he ever deigned to show you what hides beneath the cowl? What? Never? Even to you? How very interesting.
Huh?
I shall enjoy working out what it means. Until next time.
Huh?
I knew you could do it, dearest. I never doubted you for a moment.
It's alive.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you remember, but when we first met in this world, I was all but spent. I never thought to wonder why until now. I think it all just got to be too much. The guilt of causing the flood. Knowing everyone hated me. But the worst thing was the solitude. Time wears you down, aye. But solitude eats away at you. It was this close to finishing me off. But as bad as it got, and as empty as I felt, I can't even begin to imagine what it must be like for Emmett Selk. All of which is a long way of saying, don't make a choice that leaves you alone. Nothing is worth that. Especially not eternity.
Man, this hit so hard given the fortune I got. Also, just in general, especially knowing who he is.
Glad tidings, my friend. The ladder lives again.
The three of us have been invited to do the honors. Are you up for it?
Oh.
Of course, if you're worried that the whole thing might come crashing down, we can always find someone else.
Ah! If it'll make you
Come
stop
on,
with the puns, sure. But okay, I don't remember if we're about to like do more cutscene stuff, so I'm gonna take a moment to yap about Emmett Selk. Because God, the stuff he says, like having finished Endwalker and being in Dawn Trail on my main, man, the shit he's saying hits different. Specifically the stuff he says to the Warrior of Light about themselves. Like him talking about how he thinks we would have enjoyed Amarat reminds me of the shit he said at the end of Endwalker. When he's talking about, like, all the places that we haven't seen yet that he thinks he would enjoy, and, like, carrying on Azim's legacy and stuff. And yeah, like, he knows where Azim, because he can see souls. And, like, one of the heartbreaking things about Emmett Selk for me is, like, besides what Ardbert was talking about the solitude, I have to wonder, over all of the millennia, how many times did he find and lose Azim? Across all of those reflections. How many times has he been forced to fight with Azim? Because Azim was the or a Warrior of Light. Like, hey, do we get to mark off Shizu makes chat cry? But no, it's why Emmett Selk is my favorite antagonist in the game, is because, like, you can kind of relate to him in a way. Like, you don't know necessarily if you were in the same position as him what you would do, and like specifically with him and his relationship with the Warrior of Light, like, I also have this theory about, like, when he calls us hero, I have this headcanon / theory that may have been a nickname that he had for Azem, or that he may have just, like, called Azem hero the same way calls the Warrior of Light hero. And at some point, I think on a certain level, when he's talking to the Warrior of Light, he's kind of talking to, like, directly to Azem, or like as much to Azem as he can. Because I think, in a way, there's kind of a parallel between him and Ranjit, where Ranjit looked at the Minfilias and he just saw the same person, and he was kind of like losing his sense of reality with it. I think Emmett Selk is a little more grounded and as sane as he's gonna be given his trauma, but I think to an extent, like, he looks at the Warrior of Light and he's not seeing the Warrior of Light entirely as they are now. I think he's still seeing Azem. And how can he not when he can see their soul? There is also the fact that, like, there's certain things about Azem that the Warrior of Light and the other Azem shards just, like, inherited. So he's not wrong about the adventure thing and seeing new places. And Amarat is one of my favorite zones in the game. So, like, he is also reading me for filth. Okay, anyway, back to our regularly scheduled saving the world.
We rode the ladder too, my comrades and I. Once upon a time. Watched the horizon grow, and the town shrink below us. Awed and terrified in equal measure, we ascended without a word, the silence broken only by the rhythm of the gears.
Oh, those two in the art background arguing about who I was beckoning to, because I think I was beckoning to them.
No one but me
That's
remembers
cute.
that day.
And the kitties are good. I think they're off sleeping somewhere.
Remembers our journey and our end. Retread the path. Seek, and you may yet find.
Oh, right. I forgot we get to spend the next whole bunch of quests with this music. Awesome. Okay. And here we finally are, at top rung. The others should arrive ere long. Alphino, Shizune, come up here. There's something you need to see. What could this be about? Uh-oh. Trouble already? It appears to be a village. There's a village, Shizune, over to the northeast. So there is. Yet after 2 decades without the latter in operation, I would not be surprised if such an isolated settlement had long since been abandoned. Nor I. But that was before I spied someone leave it and proceeded to head in our direction, all the while trying to remain unseen. Whoever this mysterious person is, they should still be out there. Go on and take a look, Shizune. What? Aha! Ah! The creature stares at you unflinchingly. This probably isn't the mysterious person Elise saw. But wait, oh shit! Has he been... Is this when it starts, or has he been... Has this thing been around this entire time and I just missed it? Fun fact. This little guy... I didn't notice it the first time I played through Shadowbringers. And I may have missed him before, but apparently this fucker shows up whenever Emmett Selk isn't around. And so there's this theory that there's a connection between Emmett Selk and the Shoebill. Oh. I was zoomed in too much. Personally, I think it's probably his familiar or something. Wait, how would he have noticed that I spotted him? You have located the mysterious person. However, it seems he has likewise spotted you and hurriedly turns back to the village. I may or may not, on my island sanctuary, on my main, have my Shoebill minion, and I may or may not have the, OG, two certain characters from Endwalker. I'll put it that way. And my Ardbert minion, also on my island sanctuary. Anything ancient related, basically. Except for you-know-who, because she's a bitch. If you've done the Pandemonium quest, you know. There's someone, right? And they were spying on us. Personally, I don't feel comfortable not knowing who they are. What do you say we investigate? I'm curious too, I must admit. And I dare say we have a bit of time ere the others descend. It's settled then. Let's head to the village and see if it's indeed inhabited. But I have the minions of my 2 besties, and I've got Ardbert on my island. And that's the important part. Oh, you're not gonna let me jump off the ledge, are you? I jump from higher ledges than this. Come on, game. Is it because of the gap? The gap you let me walk over? Can I at least jump from here? Thank you. I don't get why they have the music be what it is at this part in MSQ. Like, a little bit later would make sense, but crates and barrels are laden not with unknown contents. Food has been hung out to dry in the sun, and quite recently, by your reckoning. I could have sworn I heard a noise. Where did the others go? Oh, whoops. Right, I need to investigate this door. Yep, that sure is a door. Door confirmed. You hear faint sounds from inside the building. However, the door refuses to budge. The cups are half empty, or half full, depending on how you see such things. Behind the counter, a kettle bubbles steadily over the stove. Starting to get sleepy. Big same, honestly. But, like, streaming is helping me get past the finish line in terms of fixing my sleep schedule. So, thanks, guys! What news, Shizune? Were you able to find anything of note? People are definitely still living here. Indeed. While there's no one to be seen, it is plain that this village is anything but abandoned. See, but I'd argue if you're drinking it, it'd still be half full because it's about how much do you still have left to drink. Indeed, while there's no one to be seen, it is plain that this village is anything but abandoned. If the villagers are trying to conceal themselves, they are doing a rather poor job of it. But if they don't wish to be seen, what are we to do? Say, aren't you the ones who saved my life? Huh? You're Tristal, the artist from Yulmore. You remembered. Ever since we parted ways, I've worried for you, bound for the city as you were. Never did I imagine that we would meet again, and here of all places. We could say the very same thing to you, my friend. I'm glad to see you hale and whole. But tell me, what is this village? This is Amity, a settlement made up of those who survived being exiled from Yulmore. As I wandered the wilds, I chanced to cross paths with an inhabitant of these parts. He took me through a secret tunnel which led to the top of the Bright Cliff. I've been here ever since. Life is hard, but we know a semblance of peace. Well, we did at any rate, until Mount Golg broke away from the earth. And just as suddenly, the ladder started moving again. Yeah, that was us. The ladder, not the mountain. We're trying to fix that. And you feared whoever was coming up would threaten your lives. Aye, but I see now there's no cause for concern. Will you tell me what has brought you here? You might want to sit down. How much meal have you eaten in your life? So Vothri is a sin eater, and he's fled to Mount Golg. Whoa, wait, what? Hey, hi! Terry was of Elves, thank you so much for the raid! How is Final Fantasy XIV? 'Tis a strange tale, but I have no reason to doubt your words. I owe you my life. If there's anything I can do to help, you need but say the word. Nice! How are you liking Paladin? Your help would be most welcome, Tristal. To begin with, we request your people's permission to reconnoiter the area. Oh, I should probably change the stream title, because, turns out I can't continue the, role quests until I get to a certain point in MSQ. Haha. There. If we are to confront Vothri, we must find a way to reach Mount Gulg. Yeah, Paladin was actually the first tank I ever leveled up. Of course, you hardly need our permission to be here. I will tell the others about you and yours. Now, we haven't much to offer in the way of hospitality, but our village is at your disposal. Please use it as you see fit in your quest. Oh, wait, this is a quest to... I think this is actually the quest that I needed to finish to do role quests. And there's a whole bunch of side quests, too. I guess I'll do role quests. Let's get the side quests done, and then I will do the role quests next Tuesday before we continue with MSQ. How about that? So I'm gonna swap over to Dark Knight. Grawley needs estimates, and he needs them now. Listen, friend. I'm run out for my feet here. I need someone to take stock of our remaining food stores, and you just volunteered. I did? Nigh everything this village needs to survive is hauled up from the lowlands, and if matters don't get settled down soon, well, I won't be surprised when Wright and Stilltide begin hoarding goods instead of selling them. Not unless it's for an outrageous price. Anyway, that's enough speculation. I need estimates. Accurate estimates, mind you. From what's in charge of our edibles. Grains, grog, and meats. Off you hop. Excuse me, miss. Have you seen a tall, skinny Hume girl in your travels? No? Do you think you might lend a hand in finding her, then? She has a terrible habit of wandering away when left to her own devices. Not the safest pastime when you consider the wildlife around here. I'll start looking near the ladder, but it would make me feel better if I knew someone was searching along the cliff at the same time. Would you do that for me? Yeah, sure. Also, have I gotten any coffers? Thank you. I've seen her walk off to the southeast before, so you might want to try that way first. If you do find her, please send her back to Amity. I have not. Okay. Grawley wants an estimate. Well, you can tell him not bloody much. We'll need to think of something, because we're running low on both grain and beans. I'd say we have more than enough dried meat to go around. There was peril in the hunt, but the haul was plentiful. not? Oh, wait. Here. We've put a good dent in the liquor we got from the dwarves, so we might have to make do with water at some point. The horror! At least we have a fresh source with the river nearby. Not water! Oh no, whatever will they do if they have to make do with water? So, where do we stand? You're running out of grain and beans. You're good on meat. Might have to drink water. Sorry. Grain is a problem then. I'll see if we can't trade our surplus meat and ripe for a few sacks of barley and the like. That will get us through for the moment, but we'll need to come up with a long-term plan. Well, I'll think of something. Thanks for doing the legwork, friend. Say, have you ever considered taking up work as a quartermaster? Thanks for the offer, I'll have to pass. Hang on, I just realized, let me put these in my inventory to trade in at some point. Okay. 415. All right. Time to take a look at my gear. That's a 409 head piece. 390 or 5 3 412. I know that's 400. It's 412. So scholar it is. Oh, right. We're getting into this gear. Well. And there are the ads. All right. I'm going to take a little stretchy. I'm actually gonna get up and walk around a little bit during the ads, so I'll be back. Everybody else, go also stretch, drink, food, bathroom if you need to use it. And yeah, I'll see you guys when I get back. Alrighty. On to the next quest. Silgran is looking for a second opinion. On what? Greetings, stranger, and well met. They say folk don't often go out of their way to visit Amity. Me, though, I came here with a mind to raise crops. What, you don't think a man could farm this land? Well, you seem like a well-traveled lass. Why don't you head over to my field back there and take a look for yourself? I'd be curious to know what you think of my chances of taming this barren soil. Also, my throat's feeling a bit itchy, so I'm gonna pop a cough drop. Oh, right. I forgot, it's just the Shadowbringers theme on loop right now. Even weeds refuse to grow here. Nothing seems to be growing here. The dirt has hardened and cracked. The dirt is bone dry. A tiny sprout has emerged, but it's already beginning to wilt. Womp womp. Alright, oh, there it is. Come here, you. Whoa. Ever help? Of course, it runs away right as I summon my chocobo. That's just how intimidating you are, River. All right. Oh. Ruh-roh. There, you're okay. Oh, thank you. Thank you, who are you? I'm Shizune. Ah, sent you to find me, did she? My little brother lives down there, you see. And this place offers the best view of Gate Town. I'd wanted us to leave together, to give up on being chosen. But he'd become obsessed with the idea of Yulmore. When I heard about the fighting and such, I got so worried. And now here I am, causing the same kind of worry for my neighbors. My apologies. I'll be more careful in the future. Wait, are we not gonna get any quest chains? Am I just... Huh? Am I gonna have to actually follow through with the role quest tonight? I mean, I'm not necessarily complaining, but... My friend came back safe and sound, saying how she was saved by a stranger. I assume that was you. She seemed less brooding than usual. What did you two talk about? Her brother? I never knew she had a brother. Many here have lost their families. Maybe that's why she thought to keep it secret. But now that things in Yulmore have changed, we shouldn't have to creep around the lowlands like thieves anymore. She'll be able to visit her brother openly. No more stealing away to peer over cliffs. Who knows? Maybe I'll even go along. She might need company on the road, and what else are friends for? I think I'll have a word with her right now. Thank you again, miss. So, what did you think of my crop? What crop? Oh, one of the seeds had sprouted? That's wonderful news. I had no such luck with my previous attempt. Aye, even a small victory like that is worthy of celebration. It brings me one step closer to turning my little plot into the farmer's field I now dream of. A dream someday will never come true, or some say will never come true. And yet scratching here in the dirt has already brought me more fulfillment than I ever felt from the empty life I lived in Yulmore. Not that I wasn't terrified when they first kicked me out of the gate, mind you. Exiled over some petty disagreement and destitute but for a few pieces of jewelry I concealed on my person. The sale of those trinkets brought in some meager wealth, which was largely gone towards my agricultural endeavor. Thus, should my crops fail to produce a harvest ere my funds are depleted, I shall be left with nothing in this world. I have never felt so alive. I have never felt so alive. Here, friend, a few coins for your services. Don't you need that money? Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to bump my headset, or not my headset, my microphone. I don't know if we necessarily have enough time to get role quests done tonight. I did start stream late, but... fuck it. They probably won't be that long. And one of them is, like, right here. So! Role quest it is! I just tried to fly. I can't do that. Here? Yes. Hi, how's our idiot? Olvara cannot help but worry for Ludwig's well-being. I'm sure a talented woman like yourself is needed all over the realm, and so I thank you for sparing a moment to hear me out. Since you two parted ways, Reek has come to visit me several times. Though he is blessedly in good health, I worry for his spirits. I think you may have been the only friend he has had for some time. I considered journeying to the Crystarium myself to look in on him, but I find travel rather difficult these days. If you'd go in my stead, it would put my heart at ease. Of course. But first, I believe we want to go to Amarang? Yeah, it should be Mordsook. Unless, did we leave, what's his face for the tanks? Oh, I think we did. I think we left him in, oh, fuck, did we leave him with the pixies? That's not the right job. There we go. I was just talking with Serig when I had a thought. If Nilebert's regrets truly live inside Phronesis, might I not be able to reach him somehow? To convince him to leave us in peace? The words had barely left my mouth when he shot me a glare that pierced me like a dagger. Expect reason or mercy from a sin-eater, and it will be the death of you, he said. Though it may have the form of a man, its mind is that of a beast that lives only to feed on our flesh. It would seem I was a bit too idealistic. Excuse me. Clearly I still have much to learn about this world. Serig is concerned about the progress of Taenor's training. That look in your eyes. Yes, I can see that you have gained much strength since last we met. You'll be pleased to hear that Taenor has managed to make steady progress in his training as well. The boy believes he has regained much of the knowledge and skill he possessed before getting sucked into the pocket of time and space. An admirable feat, considering that it was not long ago he could scarcely remember his own name. And yet, there is one aspect of his training that has yet to be addressed. Put simply, the boy lacks experience in battle. To work the magic necessary to seal up the hollows, I must maintain perfect focus and clarity of mind. If the battle with Phronesis is my first, I fear my concentration will be disrupted all too easily. And so I thought I'd take the boy out into the wilds, that he might that he might acclimate himself to the battlefield and further hone his command of magic in the process. And yet, we must keep a wide berth of Amarang. Were we to encounter Phronesis before we are fully prepared, the results could be disastrous. And so I propose that we go on an excursion of sorts. Would you be willing to accompany us? I believe there is much the boy could learn from your example. Sure. Excellent. Then let us make for Lakeland. The beasts in the forest of the Lost Shepherd should provide a fair challenge for the lad. Okay, let's head over to Ilmag real quick. Did we not leave him here? Oh! I didn't leave him with the pixies. I left him with the Numo. That's much better. Oh, you've returned. They made me go and gather a bunch of strange mushrooms. So hopefully we can finally get some answers. Su'ul seems rather more pleased to entertain you with than Granson. Exemplary timing, Shizune. 'Twas not more than a moment ago that Granson returned, having at last obliged my humble request. Humble request my arse. This one's known better than a Yulmoran aristocrat, so accustomed to making others do their bidding. I tell you, there's something off-putting about taking orders from a dog. Ere you continue and give me cause to reconsider aiding your hunt, perhaps you should ask your questions. Fine. Shizune said she saw a vision of you and Brendan looking at thick as thieves. You were friends, eh? Know what he's up to now? Brandon is dead. He died a century ago, together with his comrades in an attempt to halt the flood that they themselves set in motion. I presume you speak of the eater that took possession of his corpse. The Kaiosine, aye. But unlike those eaters, or most eaters, he's been doing more than roam about aimlessly. For some reason, he's been hunting down royal treasures of old Robert. And he's been killing anyone who got in his way. Is he now? Heh, what irony. Even in death, he remains a slave to duty. A knight brave and true. He's a murderer, and I'll not hear it said otherwise. He ruined my life. Killed my beloved right before my very eyes. Every night I go to bed dreaming of the day I'll take my revenge. Oh, I see. Truly you have suffered a terrible loss. But while your thirst for vengeance is quite natural and understandable, it is ultimately misguided. Unusual behavior notwithstanding, the Kaiosine is nevertheless no more than an eater. To hate him is to hate the sea that claims the ship, the disease that seals the child, the tremor that topples the home, the mindless force of nature that begets destruction, driven by fragmented memory. Don't you dare make excuses for him. You think I wanted any of this? I grew up on a farm. I could barely wield a sword. And now I've got to kill one of the bloody cardinal virtues. Hate and anger and vengeance are all I've got now. My every waking moment is dedicated to plotting his death. It has to be. It has to be. So just tell us where that goddamned ring is and we'll be on our way. This is how it has to be, Who you have to be? Nay, I think not. You ask too much. Demand far, far too much. In exchange for what? This I cannot abide. Are you trying to barter with me? You little shite. Tell me what I want to know or I'll beat it out of you. What were you saying about him not being traumatized? Back off, Shizune. Or also, fuck off. Leave him alone. Back off, Shizune. I won't let anyone or anything stand between me and Melinda's murderer. Brandon was a dear friend. To know that an eater disgraces his flesh and his memory pains me more than I can well express. It would bring me great comfort if you were to grant him peace. I should like to share with you a story, if you'd be so kind as to join me in Liagia. Guess I'd better have a point. Hey guys, you may want to have some tissues ready. Oh, right, I can fly here. See, Ash, the reality is he's annoyed and traumatized. Leaving him with the pixies may have even been a mercy. Yeah. Why are we here again? Tis beautiful, even now. A palace of forgotten dreams. But before it was Ligia, it was in the time of Vobert, it was Grunus Licht. The memory of mine in which you walked was of a troubled time, when the people of our kingdom were preyed upon by an ambitious fool. Brandon, then a young knight who had only just won his spurs, had caught the eye of Princess Saldia, who chose him as her personal guardian. However, he was far too inexperienced and was unable to keep her safe when she ventured outside these walls on one of her investigations. For his failure, he was stripped of his knighthood, and shortly thereafter, he quit Vobert. I thought I would never see him again. But then, one day, he returned, one of several wandering adventurers led by a man named Ardbert, who had accepted our invitation to look into the mysterious transformations, which had continued unabated in Brendan's absence. Lady Saldia was overjoyed, and for a time it was like nothing had changed. They spoke often and grew even closer. With Ardbert and the others just in the background looking on. Adorable. And then came the day when we learned the truth. When we learned that the architect of our kingdom's suffering was none other than the court mage, Twtich. He'd probably be the best wingman. It's him, Brandon. I'm sorry. So am I. Come, let's have done with it. It was you, Twtich! Do not deny it! Tormenting our people, twisting and transforming them into monsters. And for what? Brandon. And after I took such pains to be rid of you. You may strip me of my titles, but not my oaths. I shall serve Lady Saldia till my dying breath. As you like. Once I have killed you and your friends, there will be no one left to stop me from claiming the throne. Hear me, my children. The hour of reckoning is at hand. Rejoice, for in the noble sacrifice shall you find everlasting glory. Lord Twtich, it hurts. Soon you shall know no more pain. I was going to make it quick, For old time's sake. But now I think I ought to take my time. Drawing on the ether of his straws killed him. I'm trying. Nice. Ooh, what are you tethered to? Uh-oh. Oh, right. I don't have ooh. What? How did it feel? Huh? What did I miss? Oh, I didn't notice that there were 2 stack markers. That's why I failed. Hey, let me. I could thank you. Damn it, Brandon, you don't even have any defensive cooldowns. Too busy focusing on Arbor? True. Come on. Give us that a double LB. Do it. Yeah. Now come here, fucker. Let me help. Thank you. That's not something I can stun, huh? Unfortunate. I'm sure we'll be fine. We got this. We win! And he's out of minions! Meddlesome wretch. This kingdom is by rights mine. Brandon, what is the meaning of this? Tadric, you... But why, after serving us faithfully for so many years? No. I am no servant. No servant! Not of your mother or your father or you. My lady! God damn you! Speaking of being sad. Lady Saldia, speak to me. Brandon, my dear, brave Brandon. Am I your princess still? Would you honor your vows even now? Now and ever after, my lady. My sword is yours to command. That is well. Would that I had the strength to wield it myself. Steel your heart, brave Brandon, and for the good of Vobert and her people. No, 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 I cannot, I will not! Honor your vows to your kingdom, to your princess. To your friend, who never doubted you, who knew that you would return and see justice. Justice! No! It should be me. Brandon, my sword, now and ever after. We've rounded up the rest of Tadric's co-conspirators and tossed them in the jail. The ones who hadn't been corrupted by his magic, that is. I'll not hesitate again, no matter the cost, no matter the sacrifice. Well, you saw what happened. I did. Wicked White. She begged him to do it. Like Melinda. Come, let us quit this place and return to Plaeni. Man, I forgot how hard the tank quests hit me. Do you know why I entered into the royal family's service many long years ago? Because when I was attacked by a wild beast which nearly tore me to shreds, it was Lady Saldia who came to my rescue. She saved me, and that is a debt that can never be repaid, for there is naught in this world which holds greater value than life itself. It might be a good idea to mark it spoiler. Not even her death absolves me of it, and so I must always first consider her wishes, her desires, what she would want for me and her kingdom, for Brandon, and yes, even for you, grandson. For me. To define oneself in opposition to the other, an other bereft of complexity, of nuance, wholly devoid of redeeming qualities. A villain. Indeed, there is comfort in certainty and hatred. Stretch! Alright, everybody, let's get a stretch in! I want to hydrate. But it is a false and fleeting comfort, bought with lies we tell ourselves about who we are, what we must be, and what we must do. And never you mind the cost. If anything, the more we offer up in sacrifice, the better. Do you not see? Brandon was right to hesitate, to doubt. The unwavering blade cares not whom it serves, nor who it cuts. I think I need a moment. Perhaps you do as well. Leave us for now, Shizune. Right. And last is the level 80 quest. When we get there. Alright. And now we want Lakeland. There's a method to my madness. We're gonna go to Lakeland, do the caster quests. Quest, singular, sorry. Then go to the Crystarium, pick up the White Mage quest. Alright, let's take a look at this meme real quick. God damn it. Okay. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Where? Oh, down there. Okay. Oh, I guess that makes sense. It's the entrance to Amarang. This outfit was a gift from Sarek. Do you think it suits me? Yeah, looks good on you. Ah, there she is. Now, shall we get down to it? Or, not, shall we get down to... Is something the matter? How do you like my new clothes, Shizune? Not only are they stylish, why, I can just feel the power welling up from deep within me. They were a present from Sarek. Isn't he the best? Aw, how nice of you. It was a simple investment, nothing more. We must seize every possible advantage if we hope to triumph over our foe. But enough idle chit-chat. We have work to do. Shizune, I would ask you to begin by setting an example for the boy, showing him precisely how you conduct yourself in battle. We can't very well just toss him into the Wolverines all on his own now, can we? So why don't you get out there and hunt one down for us? Tainor, watch carefully and let Shizune show you how it's done. Alright, well first I summon my carbuncle, like so. And now I walk up to the obviously mysterious purple mist. And I just wait around until something happens. Oh, there we go. And now Bahamut, Death Flare, and Kindle. Oh, I'm sorry. I apparently made a mistake yesterday. I wasn't casting a non-lethal Akmorn. I was casting a non-lethal Death Flare. That's much better. Nice work, friend. If you have any further advice for the boy, pray share it with him. That was incredible. The sheer destructive power of your spells, the way you seamlessly weaved one incantation after the next. Everything. But tell me, what would you say is the most important thing a mage should keep in mind when doing battle with a fearsome foe? A level head? Just blast your foes with everything you've got. Casting your spells in proper sequence is the key. No thoughts had empty funny answer. Let's go. Just blast your foes with everything you've got. Ah, but of course. Thank you, Shizune. I will endeavor to put everything I have learned from you into practice. Well, here goes nothing. Drat, where do I... No, that's not... Curses, just stay still so I can hit you already. Steady now. Don't let the enemy fluster you. Keep your focus. Right, focus. You're a feisty one, aren't you? Oh, that smarts. Yeah, I've seen enough of this. Was my advice not good? Forgive me, friend. I was beginning to fear for the boy's dignity, if not his life. I don't know what that word means. Oh dear. That didn't go nearly as well as I hoped. Don't get so down on yourself, lad. I shouldn't have jumped in the way I did. I dare say you were starting to get the hang of it there at the end. I thought it would be a simple enough task to follow Shizune's lead, but when that savage creature stared me down, I was too flustered to put what I learned into practice. Indeed. It is not the strength of your magics that is the issue. You simply must learn to compose yourself. What did you think, Shizune? Are there any other words of wisdom you might offer me? You simply need more practice. Thank you. I'm sure you are right. I can't allow my foe to break my concentration like this. Anyhow, let me try once more. This time will go better, I promise you. Mm-hmm. Maybe I should have started him off with something smaller. Yes, the boy will be fine. I must stay my hand. The old school victory sound, amazing. I did it. I did it. The battle is won. Now that's how you wall up a Wolverine. Well done, lad. I'm proud I could be here for your first victory. You're far too kind. I couldn't have done it without you and Shizune here to show me the way. You have my thanks. You're welcome. But don't let up now, boy. You must keep battling until all that you've learned becomes second nature. Now, are you ready? The boy fights with awareness and composure. I do believe he's earned himself a respite, and some more worthy opponents next time around. That was rather more difficult than I expected. And yet, thanks to you and Sarek, I feel like I can hold my own on the battlefield now. I'd have to agree. The way you made short work of that last critter, I'd say it's time you find a more worthy foe. Let us return to Mordsuk and plot our next course of action. Here we go. You've proven the perfect mentor for the boy, Shizune. Hells, I dare say old Sarek here could learn a thing or two, I dare say old Sarek here could learn a thing or two from you. You've taught him not only how to wield his spells in battle, but how to maintain his focus in the face of danger. With those fundamentals under his belt, it is just a matter of time and practice until he is ready to face Phronesis. I promise you, my friends, will not let you down. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'd best go and write down all I've learned today, while it's fresh in my memory. Such passion and determination. This must be the boy he always was, before his time beyond the rift stole from him his memories and his spirit. He devotes himself to his training or that he might help us fell Phronesis, and bring his friend a measure of salvation. There is no telling what course the battle will take, but I suspect the boy will be forced to confront his past head-on. It will not be easy for him, and yet I believe it is a necessary step for him in order to forge himself a new future. For Tanor's sake, and for the sake of those who call Amarang home, we must triumph in this battle. Not to mention for the sake of our coin purses, eh? At any rate, I will leave you to your training and return to my own. The final confrontation is close at hand, and we must be ready. Yay! Okay, and now we're about to get an ad break, but I'm gonna head over to the Crystarium. Both quests take us to the same place, So I will start by running over here. But once the ads end, I will be starting with the healer quests. Just to pick that up. You know what? Since we're here, is this how I do this one? Nope. How the fuck? We're gonna spend the ad break trying to get this sightseeing log. Where are the stairs up there? Is it? Okay, it is stairs. Oh man. The real mystery is, will I actually be able to sleep for 8 consecutive hours tonight? I hope so. That's what I've been struggling with lately. Okay. Now, where is... Oh, there it is. Okay. Now, how do I... Is it like that? Okay. Okay. I'm gonna sprint because I have trust issues, and hey, I made it! Musica Universalis. Grand in title as it is in size, the Crystarium's largest marketplace is an impressive sight. Its shelves groan under the weight of an overwhelming variety of wares, including those manufactured by the crystalline mean, and exotic goods imported from locales as distant as Pelusia and Amarang. And welcome back from ads, everybody. Okay. So let's pick up this healer quest. Never to return. Predictably, Giat is drinking, of course. Gulp, 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 gulp. There you are. I need Leshmir. Yeah, you heard me. Lesh. But more ale. Much more. Wait, you ain't the waitress. No, I'm not. How very observant of you. Oh, I know you want to say something, but you won't. You think that'll just encourage me. Well, maybe that's what I want you to think. Or maybe, you know that's what I want you to think. All this time I thought I was annoying you, but actually... Nah, can't be. All this rubbish about lost civilizations must be getting to me. I've read a dozen histories, and I still don't know nothing about that magic of Lamit's. What I did find, though, is where she would have gone if she had wanted to see her sister, and it's in Tomra. So what do you say? Come and visit my home. I'll be waiting for you when you get there. Tomra? Oh, maybe I should have gotten a little further in MSQ. Well... Oh, it'd help if I was on Bard. Lurik's customary seat is empty, and there is nothing to suggest he has occupied it recently. Perhaps someone will have noted his passing. What I kind of want to do for the sake of continuity is maybe not finish the healer quests until MSQ takes us to Tomara. Lurik, the Mistel Lordling? If he ain't sat at his usual table, then I have no idea where else to look. Looking for Master Reek, are we? I dare say you're the only one. Word is, Mummy and Daddy cut him off, so there's no point in pretending to like the little shite anymore. Last I saw him, he was moping about like someone had shot his Amaro. I'm sure he'll turn up eventually. Pelusia, right? You're Lurik's partner. I was with Limbird, remember? I ought to stress, because after we left you, we headed straight to Raktika. We'd heard a rumor Andrea was there, and Lambert wanted to strike while the iron was hot. By the time we realized we were overmatched, it was too late. I saw Lambert fall, and when the Eater set her sights on the others, I fled. Call me a coward if you like, but my cowardice saved my life. Wicked White, I still remember looking back as I ran and seeing Lambert rise to his feet. I told everyone what happened, to warn them off the hunt. Some listened, but a few bloody fools took up their weapons and joined the hunt. Glory-hungry imbeciles, and not a one of them has returned. Didn't expect Lurik to be one of them, neither. I remember thinking it odd, especially when I saw him leave for Raktika alone. You're meeting him there, I presume? Good luck, friend. But have no doubt that you're going to your doom. If I were you, I'd leave Lurik to hunt the virtue on his own. No shame in recognizing when you've got no chance. Only a fool would fight this fight. Okay, off to Raktika. Alrighty. And we want to go here. Lurik? Shizune, why are you here? Don't tell me you came for me. Who else would I be here for? It's terrible. It's horrible. Andrea, she's... Brenda Ray, if aught of you remains, then hearken to my words. I have come to lay your soul to rest, alone, as you yourself faced Balam Keats a century ago, on this very ground. But she didn't face him alone. Lambert? Oh, gods, no. Oh, no. She's replacing her friends. Don't tell me. You beheld a vision of my past just now, didn't you? Yep, sorry to pry. I thought as much. It wasn't but a moment ago that I confronted them. Awfully useful, that trick of yours. Though I can't understand why you kept using it every time we ran into Andrea. It's not on purpose! I can't control when it happens. Huh? So it wasn't something you did deliberately? Good to know. Anyway, unintentional or not, at least I won't have to convince you that of what I saw. She's turned Lambert and those other hunters into sin eaters like herself. She's turned them into Ardbert and the others. A Hugh Maxman, a Galgant swordsman, a dwarven healer, an elven mage. Looked awfully familiar, didn't it? She's rebuilding her fellowship. She's remaking the Warriors of Light. But for the life of me, I can't understand why. I mean, I understand why she came here in the first place. She's reliving the hunt for Balam Keats. But Renda raced through the beast by herself. The stories were clear about that. The stories were wrong. What? They were there too? Then the stories were wrong? That's what I just said. God, strike me down. I've been such a fool. Why did I ever think I could do this alone? 'Cause you're stupid. I hope you can find it in your heart to forgive me for all the things I said, Jizune. I've regretted my behavior ever since the day we parted ways. It was stupid and nonsensical and utterly pointless. I'm not sure I could even tell you why I did what I did. It's fine. Water under the bridge. Thank you, my friend. I hope it is all right if I call you that. Of course. That's what we are, isn't it? Right then. Andrea should be around here somewhere. Still on the hunt for Balam Keats, I expect. Not that she'll ever find it. No doubt Lambert and the others are here are with her too. He and I may have had our differences, but I'd not wish that fate on my worst enemy. He deserves to be laid to rest. They all do. Renda Ray most of all. She is my hero. And if I have to kill her to save her soul, then so be it. But this is too much for even the best hunter to handle alone. And I am far from the best. The only way to see this through is together. You and me, my friend. What say you? I say let's do it. Ha! I ask for a word and you give me a nod. Fair enough. Before we resume the hunt in earnest, though, let us return to Gate Town and let Miss Ovara know all is well. After all, you wouldn't have come unless she sent you. All right. There we go. And yeah, healer quests are taking me someplace I haven't been in MSQ yet. So we are going to actually wrap up the stream once I turn in this quest. Everything is actually kind of working out perfectly. Oh shit, maybe I should have gone to Tomra before doing these quests, because now I have to take the ladder back up and walk all the way back to where Alice is. Oops. Probably should have thought of that sooner. Actually, I'm probably gonna log off. Well, we've got raid night on Sunday, so it doesn't matter. Let me, there we go. I owe her so much, then and now. Shizune, what a pleasure to see you again, and in the company of little Reek, no less. Am I right in assuming you've patched things up? I should like to think so, yes. And it is all thanks to you. Had you not implored her to give me another chance, I might well still be sitting alone in the swamps, dwelling on my myriad failings. And you, my friend, I know not why you sought her out on your own, but I am glad that you did. Miss Olvara is perhaps the only person who truly cares for my well-being, but she has no one to look after her. Don't be silly, Reek. I have you, don't I? And before you start blabbering about how you wish you could properly reward Shizune, as I can tell you're about to, I know that I've prepared a hearty meal just for her. Oh, that's very thoughtful of you. Nevertheless, I shall see you both duly compensated once we have claimed the bounty for Andrea. And claim it we shall, for united, Reek and Shizune are unstoppable. Is what I would like to say, but I know my own limitations better than anyone. It would be prudent to make proper preparations at this juncture. You too should see to it that you are ready for the struggle ahead. It will be a mighty one indeed, but one well worth the effort, my friend. To be continued when we hit, like, level 79, 80 MSQ, whichever. Alright. And that's where I'm gonna wrap up for tonight. Thank you everybody so much for joining me. If you haven't already, please hit that follow button. Hippity hop over to YouTube to give me a subscribe on there. Also be sure to subscribe here on Twitch if you're not already. If I can get back up to 200 subs and stay over 200 subs until I finish Shadowbringers, or base Shadowbringers, I should say, I'll do the Nier raids on Black Mage. In the meantime, be sure to join the Discord. It's the best way to keep up with what's going on with the channel. You can also follow me on Tumblr and Blue Sky. Words are hard and I am very eepy. But yeah. I think that's pretty much it. I'll be back on Friday for Friday Night Rights. And then that starts at 8 o'clock Central. Bring your writing, bring your art, bring your crocheting, bring your homework. Bring a snack and a blanket. It's just gonna be chill vibes and me working on something writing related. Probably my book. I've been working on a different project all week, so gotta hustle on the book. But yeah, and then Sunday, starting at 4:30 Central Time, we're going back into Kefka. Hopefully we're not all super lazy, wow, lazy, oh my god. Rusty. Hopefully we're not all super rusty. That's the word I wanted to say. If you're interested in being part of the party for it, we do have an event set up in the Discord. That's not the button I wanted to hit. And we still need some people, so yeah. Anyway, let's see who we can raid. Yuzi's streaming, let's raid her. She's streaming, she's specifically streaming Final Fantasy XIV. I hope she's not about to... I hope she's not about to wrap up. She might be. She's zoomed in on her model's face right now. So maybe we should... Maybe we should see who else is streaming Final Fantasy XIV right now. Do we have any sprouts we can water? Is this somebody on Stormblood or... Hang on. Never mind, they have pre-rolls. Oh, hey, we have somebody in post Heavensturn. Okay, let's go water a sprout. We're gonna go raid, Shiso VT. They are in post Heavensward. So, yeah. Pantry raid, everybody. In the meantime, I hope you guys have a good night. Stay safe, stay healthy, and take care. Bye-bye.